Get ready for a wild ride as we dig into the creepy world of celebrity stalking. We're about to spill the beans on some seriously spine-chilling stories that'll give you goosebumps. Let's dive in. We start with the talented Selena Gomez, who in 2011 found herself entangled in a web of terror. Thomas Brudnitsky, driven by delusions, threatened her life after claiming to have divine conversations with a sinister intent. This unsettling ordeal forced Gomez to file a temporary restraining order, leading to a subsequent 3-year order against Brudnitsky. The specter of danger hung heavy, demanding a buffer zone of at least 100 meters between the star and her relentless pursuer. The haunting tales continue with Drew Barrymore, a Hollywood luminary whose encounter with a stalker unfolded in a surreal manner. During an event in New York City, while interviewing Renee Rapp, Barrymore faced an intruder named Chad Michael Bustow. Bustow's fixation with the actress led him to breach security, prompting a temporary evacuation of the stage. However, the horror didn't end there, as Bustow is later arrested in the Hamptons on stalking charges, claiming a mysterious connection and seeking legal assistance. Swift, an icon in the music industry, has seen her share of the dark side of fame. Mitchell Tebel, a persistent stalker, managed to breach security and infiltrate Swift's Nashville condo building. He made it into the VIP section before being escorted out and subsequently arrested on multiple charges. In a harrowing twist from years prior, Eric Swarbrick haunted Swift with threatening letters, going as far as showing up at her record label's offices, resulting in federal charges. In 2014, Sandra Bullock, an award-winning actress, faced a nightmare that unfolded within the walls of her own home. Joshua Corbett, a relentless stalker, broke into Bullock's residence, armed with magazine pictures and letters dedicated to her. In a desperate bid for safety, Bullock locked herself in her bedroom closet, dialing 911 as she waited for the police to apprehend Corbett. The intruder, later pleading no contest to stalking charges, tragically took his own life during a standoff with the authorities. Singer Lily Allen's tale of terror took a modern twist when a man named Alex Gray reached out to her on Twitter, claiming to have written her song, The Fear. This seemingly innocent contact escalated into a nightmare as Gray inundated Allen with threatening letters and emails. The climax came when Gray broke into her home, unleashing screams in the dead of night and stealing personal belongings. Allen, traumatized by the entire experience, expressed frustration at the perceived failures of the justice system and law enforcement to take her concerns seriously. Jodie Foster's unsettling chapter in the world of celebrity stalking revolves around John Hinckley Jr., whose obsession with the actress was ignited by her performance in Taxi Driver. Hinckley went to extreme lengths, following Foster across the country and even enrolling in a course at Yale University, where he believed she would be. Attempts at contact through mail and phone calls escalated into a shocking act. Hinckley attempted to assassinate newly elected President Ronald Reagan. Foster, scarred by the incident, has chosen to distance herself from discussing the trauma. Even the legendary George Harrison, a member of the iconic Beatles, found himself ensnared in a nightmarish scenario. On December 30, 1999, Michael Abram broke into Harrison's home with a disturbing belief that the musician was a sorcerer possessing him. Armed with a knife, Abram launched a frenzied attack, stabbing Harrison over 40 times. Olivia, Harrison's wife, demonstrated remarkable bravery by temporarily subduing Abram before other staff restrained the attacker. Shifting our focus, we encounter the tragic tale of Christina Grimmie, whose journey to stardom began on YouTube and escalated with her appearance on The Voice. After a performance in Orlando, Florida, Grimmie was approached by Kevin James Loibl, a fan whose infatuation with the singer had taken a dark turn. In a sudden, shocking turn of events, Loibl pulled out a gun and fired 3 shots, ultimately claiming Grimmie's life. The horrifying incident concluded with Loibl taking his own life after being tackled by Christina's brother, Marcus. The late 80s witnessed the heartbreaking fate of Rebecca Schaeffer, a rising star known for her role in the mid-80s sitcom My Sister Sam. Stalked by Robert John Bardo, his obsession escalated after a scene in the movie Scenes from the Class Struggle in Beverly Hills. Bardo, armed with information obtained through a private investigator, arrived at Schaeffer's Hollywood home, leading to a brief interaction where he was asked to leave. Tragically, he returned an hour later, fatally shooting Schaeffer. Bardo faced justice, being convicted of her murder and sentenced to life imprisonment. As we conclude our tense journey, we revisit the fateful day when Mark David Chapman shattered the music world by fatally shooting John Lennon. The former Beatle, accustomed to greeting fans outside his New York residence, was approached by Chapman seeking an autograph for Double Fantasy. However, Chapman's twisted resentment, fueled by perceived hypocrisy in Lennon's lifestyle and his anti-religious stance, culminated in a shocking act of violence on December 8, 1980. Chapman was apprehended and has since remained imprisoned, forever associated with one of the darkest moments in music history. And so, dear listeners, we have crossed the harrowing landscapes of celebrity stalking, where fame becomes a double-edged sword. Which of these spine-chilling stories haunts your thoughts the most? If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends, and subscribe to Glamor Light for more amazing stories. Until we meet again, keep exploring, and see you next time.